Did you know there's a city in northern Spain where medieval streets lead to futuristic architecture? Where ancient kings once walked and cider is poured from high above the glass? This is Oviedo, a place where history, culture, and nature collide in the most unexpected ways. Tucked away in the green heart of Asturias, Oviedo is often overshadowed by its flashier neighbors. But what if I told you this quiet city holds some of Spain's most incredible secrets? From thousand-year-old churches that changed the course of European art, to hidden alleyways lined with traditional sidrerias where locals toast with apple cider in ways you've never seen before. Whether you're a history lover, a foodie, or just looking for a peaceful escape far from the crowds, Oviedo is the perfect mix of elegance, authenticity, and soul. And the best part, it's still largely undiscovered by mass tourism. So, grab your walking shoes and an appetite for discovery, because in this video we're diving deep into the charm of Oviedo, uncovering its must-see places, best experiences, travel tips, and the flavors that make this city unforgettable. Let's begin our journey through one of Spain's most underrated gems. Forget the clichés of Spain. This isn't about flamenco, sun-drenched beaches, or sangria-soaked nights. Oviedo is something else entirely. As soon as you set foot in Oviedo's old town, you feel it. The quiet nobility of a city that has seen centuries unfold in its streets. Cobbled alleys echo with the footsteps of pilgrims from the Camino de Santiago, while elegant facades whisper stories of royal courts and medieval intrigue. Wander toward the Cathedral of San Salvador, a Gothic masterpiece that's far more than just a beautiful church. This is the spiritual heart of Asturias and a stop on the original way of St. James. Step inside and you'll find the Camera Santa, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, home to ancient relics and sacred artifacts that have drawn pilgrims here since the 9th century. As you exit the cathedral, it's impossible not to get swept up in the charm of the surrounding streets. One moment you're in front of a Renaissance palace, the next you're face to face with a statue of Woody Allen. Yes, that Woody Allen, who called Oviedo a delicious, exotic, beautiful, clean, pleasant, tranquil, and pedestrian-friendly city. Just a few minutes walk from the center, time seems to slow down as you begin the gentle climb toward the green slopes of Monte Naranco. Don't rush, because this hillside holds two of the greatest treasures of pre-Romanesque Spain, Santa Maria del Naranco and San Miguel de Lillo. Surrounded by forest and silence, these 9th century churches feel suspended in time. Santa Maria, once a royal palace, stands with graceful arches and unmatched symmetry, like something out of a forgotten kingdom. Just a short path away lies San Miguel, partially in ruins but rich with a quiet, haunting beauty that speaks directly to the soul. And when you turn around, a panoramic view of the entire city of Oviedo unfolds at your feet. Rooftops, spires, and distant hills bathed in Asturian light. It's not just a place to visit, it's a moment to feel. Back in town, the Plaza del Fontán is a must. Lined with colorful buildings and buzzing cafes, it's the perfect place to sip a coffee and watch the daily rhythm of Oviedo unfold. Markets here sell everything from fresh cheese and chorizo to handcrafted Asturian goods. Just around the corner, you'll find narrow streets filled with sculptures, Oviedo is practically an open-air museum where bronze figures surprise you at every turn. And as the sun begins to set, take a stroll through Campo de San Francisco, Oviedo's central park, with towering trees, peacocks roaming freely, and a calm atmosphere that invites reflection. It's easy to see why locals spend their afternoons here. From ancient churches on mountaintops to lively plazas and sculpture-filled alleys, Oviedo isn't just a place you visit. It's a city you experience with all 5 senses. Once you've explored the historic core, let your curiosity pull you toward one of Oviedo's most enchanting corners, La Calle Gascona, known affectionately as El Boulevard de la Sidra. This lively street is lined with traditional cider houses, where you can witness the famous escanciado, cider poured from above the head in a graceful arc to awaken its natural bubbles. But more than the show, it's about sharing a bottle, some local cheese, and the unmistakable Asturian spirit with friends or strangers who soon feel like friends. From here, the city begins to surprise you with its contrasts. On one hand, there's the peaceful elegance of Teatro Campoamor, where the prestigious Princess of Asturias Awards are held every year, Oviedo's very own version of the Nobel Prizes. Its neoclassical beauty marks it as one of Spain's most important cultural venues. Just nearby, the shopping district hums with life. Boutique stores, elegant cafes, and cozy bookshops create the kind of inviting atmosphere that makes wandering aimlessly an actual plan. But Oviedo isn't only about history and tradition. It knows how to blend the old with the new. A perfect example? The Museum of Fine Arts of Asturias, nestled in the historic quarter, yet brimming with works by Dali, Goya, Miro, and local Asturian masters. Admission is free, and the quiet galleries are a gift for anyone looking to step out of the bustle and into a world of color and form. Before leaving the center, take a quiet detour into La Universidad de Oviedo, one of Spain's oldest academic institutions. With its peaceful cloisters, centuries-old stone corridors, and hidden courtyards, it feels more like a monastery than a campus. It's this mix of history and modernity, culture and greenery, quiet corners and lively streets that gives Oviedo its soul. A city that doesn't shout to be seen, but gently invites you to stay. There's a quiet magic in Oviedo that unfolds when you stop trying to check off places, and instead, allow yourself to experience the city like a local. One of the best ways to do that? Start your morning the Asturian way, with a coffee and a freshly baked carballon in a small pasteleria, ideally near the city market, El Fontán. The rhythm here is slow, intentional, and somehow deeply satisfying. Speaking of the market, lose yourself among stalls overflowing with seasonal produce, local cheeses, and handmade crafts. Don't be afraid to chat with the vendors. They'll probably offer you a slice of afuegal pitu or a taste of fresh apple compote, and you'll learn more in those 5 minutes than any brochure could ever teach you. If you're up for a more active experience, rent a bike and follow the green belt paths that surround the city. Oviedo is surprisingly bike-friendly, and these trails take you through peaceful woods, grazing fields, and quiet streams, all within reach of the urban center. It's the perfect way to reset after a day of museums and monuments. But perhaps the most authentic moment you can have in Oviedo happens just before sunset, when the air cools and locals begin to fill the plazas again. Find a terrace on Plaza del Paraguas or tucked into the alleys of the Old Town. Order a bottle of sidra and let the ritual begin. You simply can't visit Oviedo without diving into its mouth-watering Asturian cuisine. It's hearty, comforting, and made to be savored slowly. Start with the region's most iconic dish, fabada asturiana. This rich bean stew made with chorizo, morcilla, blood sausage, and pork belly isn't just a meal. It's a warm embrace from Asturias itself. It's best enjoyed hot, with some crusty bread on the side. Hungry for something even more indulgent? Go for a cachopo. Imagine 2 large veal fillets stuffed with cured ham and melted cheese, then breaded and fried to golden perfection. It's massive. Wash it all down, of course. Asturian cider. As we mentioned earlier, it's more than just a drink. It's a ritual. And don't skip dessert. Grab a carballon, a traditional Oviedo pastry made with puff pastry, almonds, and a sweet glaze. It's a local favorite, and perfect with a cup of coffee in a cozy cafe near the cathedral. Whether you're in a bustling sidreria or a quiet street-side bar, Oviedo is a paradise for food lovers. Oviedo isn't just a place you visit, it's a place you feel. From the elegance of its historic old town to the traditions still alive in every sidreria, it offers a unique blend of culture, charm, and authenticity that's becoming harder and harder to find in Europe. It's a city where medieval streets meet green mountain backdrops, where food is a celebration, not just a meal, and where people still take the time to enjoy life, slowly and deeply. If you're looking for a destination that's rich in atmosphere, easy to explore, and full of soul, Oviedo might just be the hidden gem you've been waiting for. Which part of Oviedo are you most excited to explore? Let us know in the comments. And if you love discovering authentic destinations like this, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell for more travel guides, and check out our playlist for even more hidden gems across Spain and beyond. Thanks for watching. See you in the next adventure.